off doing things. We're live.
Yay.
Hey, how's it going, Megan? I'm trying to get
Good.
the
How are
thing
you?
off the middle of my screen. There it is. I'm good. How are you? Happy January.
Happy January. I can't
We're
believe it.
just
It's already
sneaking in at
2024,
the end.
end of 2024. That's crazy.
It's already the end of the first month of 2024. That's insanity.
Even though
That
it
month
feels like
flew by.
this month has been so long that I feel like it's later than that, but I
I
just
feel
can't.
like it flew by, honestly. I think because I just got back from Las Vegas. We were in Vegas for the week
Uh-huh.
for my day job business, and it was a trade show, and it was long and hard, and it was like, like RT used to be like big thing, and so it
Uh,
was just a lot of physical stress on my body and stuff. So
oh,
David and we're older now, and so we get home and we're like, every night I got back in the hotel room and got a hot bath. And I'm like, why don't I do this at home? This really feels good.
yeah.
Really feels good. So I'm gonna start doing that. It's just not something
I-
that I've ever, you know. Are you a bath taker?
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I like to
Man.
put like the little fizzies on the floor of the shower
Oh yeah.
so like the steam can rise up and you smell it and everything, but I don't.
I've tried those, but I was very unimpressed. I think I must have got like cheap ones, or something,
Yeah.
because it just melted away and barely even smelled. So I don't know. I think my shower,
April.
because that shower in my master is really big.
Yeah.
And I think that has something to do with it. The steam just, escapes. And so it's not the best situation, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. So the whole
April
month was
says
leading up to that
gorgeous
show
hair,
and then
Victoria.
going. I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. April's saying gorgeous hair, Victoria.
Thank you. I
So
just
the
had it.
show was good.
It was good. It was really productive and great for business. And, we showcased a new product that David had invented and has a patent on. And so it was exciting to get that out into the public and, have everyone's
Yay.
feedback and stuff. So that was fun. Yeah. So it was neat. And it was, especially Caden and Faith went with us, and Caden was like so good. He was in his element, like talking to people and, you know, like initiating conversation and having them come over to our booth and stuff. And so it was just proud parent moment for both of us watching him, just really do it. So
Yeah.
it was good. Now
That
the
was
day
really fun.
it was fun. It was fun. It was a lot, we did a lot of entertaining at night, business stuff, and it just a lot. We both crashed when we got home. We're like 2 days of sleep. I think I
Yeah.
finally feel alive today, but we drove out there on Monday. I was going to say Thursday. That's when we came back. We went Monday and it was storming here really bad. And everyone always jokes about drivers in California and the rain. But from my house to Las Vegas, 12 overturned vehicle accidents.
Oh my gosh.
12. And they were bad. Like it just kept getting worse. The first one was like cars off the road. Second one, cars off the road facing down in a ditch. Next one,
Oh
cars
my
off the road and
God.
upside down. Next one, it just kept getting worse and worse. By the time we got to Prim, it was a pickup truck on the roof, and they're pulling the guy out. It was awful, but it's like, can we just get there safely? And
How long
thankfully,
did it take you to get there?
it still was under 5 hours. I think it was, 4 hours and 15 minutes or something like that. But,
Yeah. That's so scary.
it was terrible. It was really, really unnerving, and then Caden was nervous just because he's young and
Mhm.
very experienced driver, but not in the rain. And so he
Yeah.
just kept saying, I'm going to follow you guys, slow down. I don't
Yeah.
want to. He was just nervous, which I don't normally see him driving, being nervous, but we got there. We got there and we got back and everything's fine. And lots of help here with Ivy while we were gone, and
Yeah.
did fine. And so it really took a lot of planning and organizing to get everything, squared away. But
Mm. I'm
Here
so
we
glad
are.
you guys made it safely and that it went well and everything.
Yeah. And let's see what else is going on. We have Accepting Agatha coming out on February
Yeah.
13th, and I'm so excited. And I still don't have author copies, but I can't wait to get that book in my hands because it's so beautiful. You know, those
It's so
covers, and I
pretty.
just want to see it. But I know it is out in the wild. They Waterhouse sent out a bunch of PR copies, so I hope we get good feedback. I like this story
Me
a lot.
too.
Yeah,
I can't
so
wait to read it because I haven't yet, but I'm very excited to.
have you, because I put you on the list of the arcs, have they
Mhm.
gone out?
I haven't seen it yet.
So I'm wondering if anyone else that's watching right now signed up for an
Let
arc
us
and
know
have
if
you
you
gotten it?
got one. Yeah, I can't wait. That's very exciting.
Yeah. So that's that. And then I'm working on the third one in that collection, and it's almost done. And it's a good, I like it. I like it. The second one, I was like not super connected with her at first, but you know, it got
Mhm.
better as I worked on it. But this one has been a lot easier. The first one was so easy to write. It just, that story was kind of building itself through the end of Shark's Edge. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun.
April said signed up, but no word yet. Another person, Christina, says loving your hair, gorgeous.
Thank you.
You always look so good.
Thank you. If you saw me 2 hours ago, you would not have said that. It's a
Well, last time I
process.
talked to you, you said you were going to take a nap. So then you woke up, got all ready and prettied up.
Yeah. Yeah. I took a nap. I'm never gonna stop with that. I don't know. But I have been
I love
sleeping
naps. I
so
took a
good.
nap too.
Yeah. I've been sleeping so good at night with those sleep patches that I don't feel as exhausted all the time, you know, because I was like really getting worried. Something's wrong. Like, why am I this fatigued all the time?
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't know. I'm definitely going to talk to my doctor and the next time I go. Maybe I think my iron might be low or something. It's not normal. I mean, it's not normal tired. It's like fatigue. Like I feel like
Mhm.
I'm crawling, you know, I can't do anymore, can't think, can't anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just another joy of menopause, which is what I thought at first, that because that's when it kind of started, but it's not bouncing back. And most of the other symptoms I've gotten under control now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, what do you have going on? I think you have some big, exciting things coming up.
Oh, well, getting married.
You're getting married.
April coming up.
Nice.
So we've been
Congratulations.
like shopping for stuff and we're gonna have a party. We're not sure exactly what date yet. We're trying to make it to where all of the family can come, so we don't really know.
Right.
Um, so eventually we just need to find like a date and be like, this is the date, and we hope everyone can come. But right now we're still
That's
going
it.
through everything. And we really wanted to get married in Vegas, but that's not gonna happen. So I still want to have like the theme be like Vegasy with like dice and like lucky 777 or something
Yeah.
like that, which it's so us. So this is
Yeah.
what I got to wear over my dress, this leopard like jacket.
I love
And
it.
I'm so
I love
obsessed with it that I won't stop wearing it. I just have been wearing it
it.
every day. So by the time the wedding comes, I won't even want to wear it. But I just love it so much. So
I love it too. I love that. I have a leopard like furry coat. I love it. And no matter when I wear it, people, you know, comment to me that they love it. So it's something, there's something about leopard print, you know, it makes you
yeah.
feel really sassy.
Yeah, I love it. And um, what was I just gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, we chose the date in April because we wanted to have like a good weather time because we
Right,
knew we wanted to have an outside party.
right.
But we don't know what it's gonna be like now, so that's why. Oh, Miranda said it's Megan's house coat now. It's not her wedding coat anymore.
You're
That's
gonna
very
have
true.
to Miranda's gonna have to take it and hide it.
I know. She has to
So
hide it
it's
because
still
we just want it
special.
so much. And it has pockets. It has really deep pockets. So look what's in my pocket, a crystal.
Of course.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm just gonna
beautiful
keep
one.
putting more and more things in my pockets. It's just gonna be a whole thing.
I always have to have pockets, always, because My nose is always running. I always have tissues. I'm like, I am turning into my grandmother. I'm just skipping right over my mom and going to grandma because I always have pockets. There's always tissues in there. Sometimes candy, sometimes, just
Yeah.
Ivy's barrettes are always in my pocket. It's always,
Oh.
the same few things, but paper clips are real popular. But I don't know. It's funny. I remember my grandmother always had a sweater on with pockets and it always had tissues in the pockets. Or she would roll it up in her sleeve.
Oh.
I've done that too. And I
Yeah.
don't have a pocket. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
How that's all right.
That's so cute though.
It's funny. It's funny the things that, stick with you and then you
Yeah.
end up doing all the things, the tissues in the sleeve. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm trying to think what else is going on. I have a birthday coming
Yes, you do.
in a couple,
And you're
not long.
doing something fun.
Yeah, but I can't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I can't. It's a surprise, so I don't
Oh,
know.
that's right. Okay. You're
Yeah,
not doing anything fun. You're just staying home.
no, I'm staying home and hanging out and working. But yeah, another birthday. I usually don't do anything for my birthday, so it's not a big deal. Just another year on the planet.
I love birthdays, but I am a Leo, so I always want to celebrate my birthday for the whole month and
Yep, yep.
yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay, should we introduce the author and get this going?
Yes, let's do
Okay,
it.
let's see.
Oh,
Yes,
wait,
I'm not.
I want to say that you have created a YouTube channel and all of these, every
Oh,
mystery
yeah.
author chat is going to be on there so people can go back and watch them. And how exciting is that? We didn't say that
Yeah.
before.
Yes, I have to start promoting it. I've only put like 5 or 6 up, but I'm working
Right.
through it every week.
Yeah,
So
it's a
people can go
process.
watch the ones from what year was that? Like 2020 or 2020? It had to be 2020.
It was
Was it?
2020 because I was
Yeah.
going through cancer. Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
COVID, and that's why we started it. So if you go on YouTube and you just search Victoria Blue and maybe Mystery Author Chat also, but it'll pull up the channel and then you can see them there. And so
Yeah.
check it out, y'all, because it's fun. It's fun to look back. It's fun to, if you missed one, you can go see them.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead. Tell us
Oh,
what's
that's
coming
okay.
today.
And I was gonna say that I love like when I'm doing makeup or doing something, I like to put on like YouTube podcasts. I can't listen to just like regular podcasts, but YouTube.
Yeah.
I like to listen. So you guys should go do that when you're doing something else. Listen to the podcast in the background. It's so much fun. Okay. I will introduce the author now. Tonight's best-selling author was born and raised in Nova Scotia, Canada, later moving to Southern California, where she lives with her husband and 2 children. When she's not writing, she loves to spend time with her family, traveling, or just enjoying a night at home. One thing you might notice in her books is her love for the 4 seasons. Growing up on the east coast of Canada, the change in the seasons is in her blood and often is mentioned in her writing. An avid reader of James Patterson, she has often found herself inspired by his many stories of mystery and intrigue. She hopes you will enjoy her stories as much as she has enjoyed writing them. Please welcome J.L. Drake.
Jody, that Canada thing threw me.
Okay, she's
Hello.
There's so many pop-ups.
There you are. Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I totally forgot you were from Canada or Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Forgot that. But I remember like when I first met, had you just moved here?
When did we first meet? Because wait, that was back in San Francisco, right?
Yes. And so that was
Yes.
like 2014, maybe?
Yeah, no, I moved here in 2006.
Oh, yeah. So you'd been a
Never
while.
even think about that. Yeah.
Ah, man. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know it's been a while. I've been good. Just working away and
Right. Aren't we
enjoying
all?
today's weather, which was nice.
It
So
was beautiful today. The sky, I kept saying to my husband, my God, it's beautiful today. He's like, I know you said that 8 times now, but
what it really was.
it really was. The sky looked like a painting all day long, just that
Yeah,
wispy, perfect blue, you know.
I
But
know, it's lovely.
I was just telling Megan before you came on, we just got back from Vegas. We were out there for a trade show for, you know, the day job, and we drove out there on Monday in that rain. It was
Oh my
insanity.
gosh.
It was insanity, the number of car accidents we saw. I've never seen anything like it. I've lived out here like 35 years and I've still never seen anything that bad. It was crazy. People,
Oh,
I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It's like
I
slow
know.
down. That's all you have to do. Because
I,
you know, they were just hydroplaning right off the road.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
But anyway,
I'm glad you're okay though.
yeah, we made it fine. We were just flabbergasted at all the accidents. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Check yourself, like, okay, be calm, you know, be safe.
Yeah, that seems to get
I love,
lost in the
I
brain.
love driving fast. I'm as guilty of that as anybody else, but not in the rain. Not in the rain.
Yeah, definitely not.
So, so tell me, what are you doing right now? What are you working on right now?
Oh, I'm working on my Havoc of Sin series. So I'm you may know or may not know, I connect all of my books in some way. And I used to have a suggested reading order, and now it's a reading order because I kind of linked. I mean, you can read them as is, but anyways, so I have threaded a character through my last series, like I typically do, and then I bring him into his own book. So I've kind of went back to the dark side and wrote a Mafia MC, which laces really heavily with two of my, or a Mafia and MC that I've written. So
Nice.
kind of, it actually takes place in Vegas.
Nice. Yeah, good place for it.
So that's sort of the trilogy, and the first one comes out in March. So
Awesome.
that's
That's
what
so cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Did, do you ever think about going to different genres? Have you ever, you know, out of romance into doing anything else?
Yes, often actually. I have few ideas for doing kind of, I don't know what you call it, more contemporary or more sort of about life and about family and just I grew up with two wonderful sisters, my mom, and just kind of the experiences that we went through with loss of our
Right.
father, and then just but like kind of going from maybe something a little bit dark to a little bit light throughout the story, and kind of showing just hope.
Right,
um
right.
but still
Is that
obviously
like
being fictional.
women's fiction? I think is, you know, maybe that genre. I'm not real sure
Yeah.
what it falls into, but
Yeah, just a
yeah.
story, just a nice story about, that kind of stuff, and just drawing on real life stuff. And
Right.
um, I originally started writing, and laughed so hard. I originally started writing paranormal, and let me tell you, I am not creative, like at all.
No,
It's okay, I've
no.
accepted this.
Yeah, I could
So
not. I wouldn't touch paranormal with a 10-foot pole. No way.
I would
I don't have
kick you out of
the.
the room.
I don't
Yeah.
have that. I mean, I've got a good imagination, but it's always reality based. You know, there's always like something that happens or I have, you know, has happened in real life. And then I'm like, what if it had gone this way? Or, you know, but it's that dreaming up a whole world and a language and the scenery and all of that. No.
Yeah, I'm over here writing about a bubble. I'm like, you know what, Jody, maybe it's not for you.
Right.
Maybe we don't. That's not, you're gonna get kicked out of the paranormal club. Don't do it. So
Funny.
I
Yeah.
switched.
Yeah. That's definitely a different talent that I don't possess.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But that's kind of maybe where I would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. I don't know. I'm writing Sisters right now. Also, they came out of the Shark's Edge world and it just there's 5 girls in the family. I grew up in with 4 siblings, 2 sisters, 1 brother. And yeah, it's been neat to write about sisters and that relationship. Now, this family, they have an ugly dark secret, and they are all pretty much in denial except for the ones that it affected directly, and they're struggling, the one especially struggling really hard to get just kind of through the day because she hasn't had any kind of counseling or help or anything, everyone just,
Yeah.
I'm going to say look the other way, but they just didn't really deal with it. And so
Interesting.
I think I'm on the third of four, and I think all hell's going to break loose in this one at the end of this one. That's kind of where I see it going. It's really, that family explosion. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
fun.
that's
It's really
good.
fun. Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
a good time. It's different for me because it's 4 standalones instead of a series. And so getting a whole story in one book was a whole
Hard.
shift. It's really hard. It's really hard,
Yeah.
especially you have to be mindful. Like a lot of readers don't like insta love, and they don't, believe in love at first sight. And it's like, how do
Yeah.
you want me to do this then if that's not what we're building on? Because I only
Mhm.
have 70,000 words to get it done, and
70. I don't know if I can do that. I capped myself at well, I was originally at 98,000 for this book I just wrote, and I was able to pull it back to 96. But yeah, I did what you're doing now with my Blackstone series, it was like 4 guys and 4 different stories, and it was a challenge. I'm glad I did it, but
yeah,
I do enjoy series and like trilogies
yeah,
and I don't know
yeah.
how
I like, I don't know. It's kind of like, six
yeah.
of one, half a dozen of the other. Now that I'm on the third one, I've kind of figured out the pace and how,
Oh,
how
good.
the thing is, you can't get super deep into some stuff. And then it's
Oh,
kind of like pick one thing and really dig into that. And the rest of it, you just kind of have to glide along, or you're
yeah,
going to end up with a series. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
especially coming out of an 11 book series into a standalone, it was like, wow, it was like culture shock, trying to
Oh
figure
my
it out.
gosh. Yeah, I've done 4. My Quiet Mafia series was 4, and that's as many as I've done of a series. I haven't
Right.
gone over that. So props to you, because I don't know how you did 11. That's impressive.
Well, that world, we knew going in that it would kind of be 5 trilogies.
Hmm.
They were all following one major arc, so that was the suspense arc, but the 5 separate trilogies were kind of stories in their own. So
Okay, then I kind of
that's
understand
how,
what's going.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
that's interesting. Cool.
But anyway, so how's the fam?
They're good. They're good. They're big and bad, and one's in high school, one's in middle school, and they're doing good. I mean, it's just kind of amazing how time speeds up as you get older. I mean, they've always said that, but as you're experiencing it yourself, you're like, wow, that's intense. So,
It's funny you say that because my husband and I keep talking about it. It seems like the older we get, the faster the time goes. And I
mm,
thought it would slow down, not technically, what's the word? Untechnically? Non-technically, we're not empty nesters because, Ivy will be with us always, but Caden's out in his own house now with his girlfriend. And so from that, standpoint, we're just here alone. And I thought it would slow down and we'd be like, we have all this time, and it's
yeah,
not, it's going faster.
I know it's so sad.
Like
Yeah,
this whole month is gone already.
I
It's just
know.
the new year, and now we're a month deep. So I don't know. I don't know what the secret is to slowing it down. I think just make the most of every day. That's all you can do,
Very
and
much. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have the answer, but I wish I did.
Yeah. Right. Are your books on audio?
Yes, they are, but I think Dark Waters in the process or going to be in the process soon, and then randomly the last book in my Dark Blackstone series is not, which is it is just what it is.
Well,
So,
I'm in the same boat with the last two of Shark's Edge. They, all were audio and then the last two not. And it's just, I mean, I get it. This, the sales, if the sales aren't as high, there's no point in spending the money, but then you're losing out on those people.
well, you get the question all the time, and I feel bad for my readers because I'm just like, I'm
Right.
really sorry that you can't finish it, especially the way that I write. I mean, everything's so intertwined and it's branching off from this book to this series, and there's so many things that you get if you read in the order. And
Right.
so if you're reading the audio and you don't get this last book, to carry on to this book, it's a little harder. And
Right.
so kind of
Or
crap.
like this whole long series, and then now you're left without the ending.
I know. Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
bummer.
It is a
But
bummer.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
really know what was going on. There was some weird feedback, about inner workings at the production company. And so that's not something that I'm exposed to, so I don't really know
Yeah.
exactly what it was, but yeah, so I'm hoping, I know people have been asking me or commenting on social media about these new ones, if they're going to be on audio. I hope so. And that's the only answer I have right now. I just don't know,
I know.
but I hope
I know.
so. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I'm a
I have
audio
a,
junkie. That's like how I consume books. And
oh,
so,
really?
yeah, I get that. And I understand that pain when you're waiting for,
Yeah.
the next one to come out. It's like, oh, come on. But I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I know. I've worked with my agent trying to get them to kind of tap on the door a little bit to see if we can do anything. So hopefully in time we will. But they're picking up ones after it. So I mean, I guess yeah, it probably comes down to sales. I don't know. Books are a little older, so I'm not sure.
Right. I don't know. So are you doing any signings in the spring here? We're gonna head into this signing season before you
We
know it.
are. We are. Yeah, I haven't done anything since before COVID. I kind of just almost got out of them, which, isn't good. So I am attending Readers Take Denver in
Oh, I'll
April.
see you there.
Oh, no way, that's awesome. Oh, good. I
So
really
glad.
looked, it's looks amazing. The information that's coming in is like, holy moly, it's a lot. And
Right.
so I try to check in with it when I can. I try to look at the roster when I can, but I'm not absorbing anything.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot in there. So I
Yeah.
did it last year. It was their first year.
Yeah.
It's a very big show.
Okay.
Big. Not like RT big, but the closest thing going right
Okay.
now, size wise, and with they have panels and they have oh my gosh, like professional stuff, and they're bringing agents and editors this time, which they didn't last year. The venue has changed, which I think will be better. I saw the other hotel and it's incredible that they're having it at this
Oh,
year.
the Gaylord. Ooh,
So yeah. And
Yeah.
last year was odd because Denver's airport is not near the city. It's like on the outskirts. And so it was like a 40-minute cab ride to the city where
Ooh,
the signing was. That's far.
yeah,
Typically
that's fine.
close. And so now this Gaylord that they're having it at, it's right there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
like just
on the
over.
airport property, it's
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
pretty
And
awesome.
so that will be a lot more convenient, but they definitely are over information sharers there
There's a
that
lot. Yeah, to the
yeah.
point where I found myself not going on so much just because I'm like, I can't absorb it, and I want
Well, it
to.
stresses me out. It
Yeah,
causes like anxiety, like all this stuff,
yeah,
and seeing, when you see like people that are maybe have never been to a signing before, or authors have never signed before, and all the questions and the questions and the questions, and you're like, I can't, it's my head is gonna explode,
I
I
know.
can't. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I was like, how you feel? I'm right there with you. I'm just gonna go and wing it.
yeah,
Just hope for the
yeah,
best. Yeah,
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just be in
yeah,
your seat when they want you there. That's all.
exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but that's the only one I'm doing this year as of
oh,
right
good.
now. Yeah.
Well, I think you'll get the bang for your buck. I think you'll enjoy it based on what they did last year.
Yeah, I mean, they've been amazing and they've I think they're pretty well priced for what they're putting on, for um the table and everything else. I thought it was, really good.
Right, right. It's on par with everyone else. It's not,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
out of line, and
yeah,
if you want to do advertising, that's up to you, or sponsoring anything, those can
exactly.
get really pricey, but if that's what you want to do, then go for it.
Exactly. You have the opportunity to.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my nose is stuffing up as I sit here. I don't know what's going on. I've been
sorry.
fighting allergies and I don't, out of nowhere, well, it was after I had cancer, I started getting allergies. And it was something obviously with the treatment or something that changed like everything in my body. And then, but you hear, I can't even breathe.
Yeah. Oh, what a
No
sad.
air moving. Yeah.
No,
It,
no, I'm sorry.
it comes out of nowhere, but all of a sudden I sound like I'm, completely congested and
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's fun. Good times.
Right.
It's always something. Always something. So, Megan, do we have questions?
Yes, our favorite question to start with.
I know what it
JL,
is.
what yeah, JL, what book do you recommend reading first for someone who's new to you?
Okay, so I would say start with my Broken trilogy. Broken, book one of my Broken trilogy would be kind of the top of the world that I've created that I highly suggest reading down. But just a small disclaimer on that story is that it's first and third person. I don't do that later. That was a newbie rookie mistake. So yeah, I'm totally just like put it out there. So, but the nice thing is that that book is free right now, as well. So if you want to start My World, you've got a free book to start with. So
Nice.
that would be and then that's, more military. And then if you want to dive out of order, I'd suggest starting with Trigger, and that's my darker stuff. And that's free right now too.
You're just giving them away.
I know, well, starters, series starters, so I'm
Right.
trying to
Right.
do something fun there. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I know, right?
Once it's out for a while, I don't know whoever decided that should be the marketing scheme, but that's how it is.
So painful sometimes.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, for both of you, what was your favorite book to write so far?
Oh, oh my.
That's a tough one because there's easy to write and then there was most fun to write. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, there are different reasons why.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh, I think Broken for me was most fun. Just because it came to me in a dream and I woke up and I wrote it like the trilogy in 7 months and don't think I ate, breathed anything.
Right, right.
Um, Probably most fun would be Trigger, but I don't know. Anyways, that's the
The
darker stuff.
difference between when the story is flowing and when you're like fighting it, it's
Oh,
it's
I know.
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
I love
good.
writing on the days it's just coming out. And the one I'm working on right now is doing that. So every time I sit down, I'm super happy about, oh, I get so
Yeah.
many words because it's just happening. And I don't know, some stories just do that, and then
Other
others,
ones don't.
oh, not so much. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think my favorite I can't, I don't know. I loved Mac and Taylor's books in Secrets of Stone, especially the last one, No Longer Lost. I love them together.
Mhm.
And then I also loved Grant's Heat just because of the emotional turmoil in there was, a difficult time in my life, and I was just pouring my emotions into that story, and so that one. And then currently, it's wow, that stuff. Probably Agatha. It's probably the first one of this collection, just because it's just a crazy, funny, fun story. And she's a lot like my personality, I think. And she just it was an easy story to write. So a lot of fun. That's my first, they're accidental marriage, and so and then they decide they're going to try to make it work, and all the
Hmm.
ups and downs of that experience of marrying a stranger. So it's a fun
Yeah.
book. Fun.
Interesting.
Oh, my nose. Sorry. I keep like, it's an awful sound.
Mm-mm.
I don't even know why I bothered doing that. Nothing is moving. It makes you
I
feel
know, it's
like
like a natural
something
reaction
new.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Victoria, I know your answer, but JL, do you prefer audio, physical, or ebooks? We know Victoria loves audio.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, there's something to be said for a paperback, the feel, the smell, all of it. But I think, just out of what I would go for most, probably ebook, just because it's always with me and I can pop it up anywhere and read. So, yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah.
I my eyesight, and especially by the end of the day, because I'm on a computer all day long, and then at night writing, and then when I, lay down or do whatever for, me time, I can barely see anymore. It's just,
Yeah, that makes
so the
sense.
audio is good for that reason. I'm actually listening to Prince Harry's biography right now, that one called
Yeah,
Spare. Very interesting.
like that.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I mostly listen to romance, but the past two done were autobiographies. It's very
I like that
interesting.
though. That's a palate
Yeah,
cleanser. It's nice.
just changing it up. I'm trying to. What was the one I did before? It was good though. I don't know. I don't know why I can't remember what it was. Oh, but it was good. Yeah. So anyway,
Good.
I've been wanting to do Britney Spears biography. I haven't done it yet, but I think that would be a nice change.
yeah, that
Yeah.
would just.
And also Harry's too. I think that would be really good too.
You know which one was also really good? That Jeanette McCurdy. She was on
Oh yeah.
iCarly. That one is good. It's
Oh, I really
really.
want to do that one too.
Oh, I know which one it was before this Prince Harry one. Jill Duggar from that
Oh
19 Kids and
yeah.
Counting. That
Ooh.
that was that should have been considered an expose. She told a lot of dirt in that book, about what was going on behind the scenes with that family and the TV show. And it was, I don't know, interesting to me. I always find religious cult stuff interesting.
Oh, me
I don't
too.
know why, but
Yeah.
that's a quick hook for me if it's about a religious cult, And so when I saw that she wrote this story, I was like, oh, this should be good because I mean, she's even said that's what that religion they were, involved in or still are involved in is a cult. And so it
Yeah.
was pretty good. But the bad thing about the audio is she reads it, and no, she should not. That's not her day job. She's not, it's bad.
Yeah.
And Prince Harry reads his, and it's just, you can hear the education in this man by the way he speaks, and
I'd
just,
be okay with that. I think
yeah,
it's okay that he did his audio.
yeah, he's talking
He
me right
sounds
to sleep.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. So
Funny.
anyway,
Oh, Amy said, I'm so deep in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard world right now. That's another
yeah.
very fascinating thing to
Yeah,
me. But
I follow her on TikTok, and she has like a docu-series but right before she was getting out of jail. So I watched like one episode of it, but they want you to join and pay, and it's like, uh, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think I will do that. It's not that important to me, but it's a good story. It's fascinating. I don't know what it is about humans, why we find that kind of stuff fascinating. It's not that she suffered, it's just like when there's something so bizarre, going on.
Yeah. I think because if you're not in it, it's interesting to us because we're like, we can't kind of almost fathom it sometimes.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I don't know. That one is real divisive too, because she killed her mother.
Yeah.
She's a murderer.
Yeah.
And well, she's not. She didn't do the actual killing, but she knew he was going to do it. She was there, in the wings,
And that
basically,
she's, yeah.
and now she's famous. And is that appropriate, to
Famous or infamous.
celebrity or
Yeah.
celebritize someone who is a murderer? But She was
You know,
very,
I have some very complicated feelings on that one, girl.
yeah. Yeah, because she was being abused. But
Yeah.
still, does that mean you take someone's life? And so, you know, there's just that this whole conversation could be the rest of the night, you know,
Yes,
because
Yeah.
we'll go to the next question.
yeah.
But it is fascinating, and Amy said you can watch the interview on Dr. Phil on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch
Oh,
that.
oh, she was
But
on
Maria,
Dr. Phil. I didn't even know that.
yeah,
Mm.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
wants to know for both of you, what are you most looking forward to in 2024?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't make, do you make resolutions?
No,
Neither do I.
no,
I
no,
never
I
have.
don't. Yeah, I think I just I don't know. I mean I know what I want to say, but I can't really say. But I think I think I'm the one pleased to be I'm in a little bit of a dark place right now mentally with some stuff going on, and I think I'm very pleased that 2014 has brought me the ability to write a very dark novel, and I
Yeah.
feel like I'm happy that I can kind of shed all that into
Right,
the book. So
right,
not trying to be dark, but I think that
right.
that's a happiness for me to be able to not be writing something where I need to be just a little lighter. Now I get to be dark, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it's the book. But
Right,
really, it's,
right.
shedding.
But
So
it's such a good outlet and it can be really therapeutic. That's what I was saying before about, you know, writing Grant's Heat when I was dealing with cancer. It was really therapeutic just to, it's not the same emotions, but it was like this intensity of emotion, you know, that I could just put into the book instead of just sitting with it myself all the time.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that. I don't know. It's hard for me to say what I'm looking forward to most in 2024. I think personally, I'm excited because the kids are going to get engaged this year, so that's exciting. Um, and professionally, I don't
Okay.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm excited about this series, that not series, this collection, these 4 books, you know, getting out into the wild and see what people think about them. And then my day job professionally, I don't know. I think we're actually talking about expanding into a 3rd building. So it's just always something, you know, there's always excitement going on everywhere, but we'll see how it shapes up.
Okay.
JL, what's your favorite genre to read?
I oh, well, I love anything romance. I love probably darker side of romance. I'm really not good with hearts and flowers. Sorry, I laugh at myself because I feel like I'm a walking billboard for dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably my favorite would be like a darker genre. I don't want hearts and flowers. I want to have my like gut ripped out and then put back together at the end with a little neat bow. Like be
Yeah.
nice to me at the end.
So are
But
you talking dark, like angsty, or are you
yeah,
talking about
oh,
violent
really dark,
and
dark
non-con?
Yeah, dark inks. I mean, I write like a lot of violence in my books, but like I don't need to read that when I'm writing it. Like I think I like dark inksy. Like I want to really kind of be put through the ringer in a relationship. And I also am somebody because I do the same in my writing. I have like, you know, 9 story threads running through a series. I need a lot of things going on. I'm not good at I almost feel like I'm kind of like, okay, so what's gonna happen if this isn't gonna happen? So anyway, I just like a complicated kind of dark romance where you basically just rip my heart out and then put it back together.
Right, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like a book where I'm like, you know, you
Yes.
can really breathe. It's such a thrill to read something like that, that someone else can tell a story that brings out that kind of emotion, you know, from their words. So that's the
Yeah,
end goal for all of us, right? To get
exactly.
the reader that interested and that involved.
Mhm.
But I have had several books that don't have happy endings because I don't bel it's not that I don't believe in them, but
I'm with you. It's not
it's not a
life.
guarantee in life. Not every situation works out beautifully.
Yeah.
Sometimes it sucks, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't get an answer, you know, at all. It's sometimes, you know, on and on. And so I get into little conversations with my editor and other people about that. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's where I want it to end because in my head, that's where this story stops. It's,
I've had that. I have a book that does that too, where people were like, well, wait a minute. The character didn't know that that person was doing that. And I'm like, because that's life.
yeah,
Yeah, you
you
still
don't,
get a story, but it's just not always in that depot that I want when I read.
yeah, I know because then when I read something like that and that's the ending, I'm like, oh, this is why people are pissed off at me right
Now
now.
I get when that people are mad at me, but I'm
Yeah,
not going to change my ways. I'm just a big jerk.
exactly. But I'm not going to stop doing it.
Oh, come on now. Where's the fun in that?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. I have myself muted because I'm laughing. Okay. Marie wants to know for both of you, how do you come up with the storylines for your books? And Victoria, you're amazing, by the way.
oh, thank you. It's just imagination, honestly. Like it's typically for me, something happens in real life in, a daily relationship, whatever, and it just goes nuts in my head. Like
Mhm.
off in a different direction. Like none of my stories are actually about my life or any of that stuff. It's just there's a little kernel that starts in the beginning and then it's just go. Imagination.
Yeah, I think for me, I know I've heard lyrics of a song will spark a whole story thread for me.
Yep.
Um, Sometimes just the way someone talks, I can create a whole, character, and then all of a sudden the story has kind of come from that. But to
Right.
be honest with you, and this is going to sound really weird, um, I dream. I go to bed thinking of my books and I dream in my books. And then I see things happening and then my storyline will start to unravel, and I wake up and I can go to my computer and I can remember everything I just
Right.
did.
And
And
consistently, that's how it happens.
a lot of times, yes, a lot of times. Now, mind you, I
Exactly.
spin a lot with people. Like I have a team I spin with. And so I'll
Yeah.
say, okay, I've got this idea, and then
Right.
we'll pull it out of me more. But a lot of times a base of it will come from there. I don't know what it's called, but I have that ability where I can it's so visual. Like right now, I can look at the computer, but I can actually bring in a new background right now. Like I feel like we're in a field with a tree and grass
Oh,
moving.
you
I can feel the wind. I can smell if there's something burning. Like I'm very, very, very visual. So when I write, I know a lot of us authors will see it as we're writing it. I'm really in it, like super 3D. I'm smelling my hair's moving with the wind. Like it's really
right.
weird. So I definitely can pull so much from dreams into remembering in the morning to writing it.
Right.
So
Can
that's
you lucid dream?
uh, yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, yeah.
That is something I do all the time. And I don't know when it started or why or whatever, but I will be
Yeah.
dreaming and I literally can say to myself in my dream, this is ridiculous. It's a dream. Stop, get out.
Yeah.
If it's scary, whatever. And I will. I'll just be like, exit, I'm out of here. But I was
Right.
dreaming. You know what I mean? It's like I can kind of get into myself and say, this is dumb, get out, or if it was a good dream, let's go back there, and
Yeah, I can control it. Yeah, I can control it very,
yeah.
very, very well.
I thought
Um,
everyone did that, and then I found out it's not. And like some people
yeah.
can, some people can't. But when I'm having a bad dream and I just like let it go on, and I get like mad at myself, like, why are
Me
you
too.
torturing yourself? Get out. Yeah, this is dumb, And so
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's an interesting ability, and I know like my daughter doesn't have that ability to really, when she looks at an apple or thinks of an apple, she's not really seen an apple, she just knows an apple's there. We've been over this so many times where my son is like me, I can completely change. It's almost like, in the sci-fi movies where they like the pixels change and all of a sudden, you're
right,
actually morph somewhere
right.
else. Whatever. I can
It's
do
almost
that.
like you are on the edge of a different dimension.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like you can kind of get
definitely.
into more than one dimension, which is really neat, depending on, what you believe in scientifically. That's literally what's going on. There are other dimensions, right?
Mhm.
Parallel with ours, and
No, yeah, definitely. It's a really neat ability, and I definitely think it's helped me tremendously with writing.
Do you
Yeah.
believe in supernatural?
I do, and I do, but I'm terrified to talk about it. I'm
Yeah.
one of those people that's like, I definitely believe like
You're
there's,
Catholic?
you know, no, I'll be truthful, I'm not religious. I grew up
Right.
with,
Yeah.
kind of grew up with the whole, science of, energy can't be, killed, so therefore you transfer over. That's how I was
Sure.
brought up. But really, I believe
Sure.
in different pieces and parts of things.
Right.
Do I believe that there is like spiritual stuff out there? Yes. And do I poke at it? No. I won't go near tarot cards. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm
Megan?
okay. Everyone leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. The way you're talking about, dreaming and visualizing, it made me think you probably have the ability to see,
Oh my God, if you
spirits.
see dead people, I'm done.
Yeah.
Please. No, I don't. I don't see anything. So there's something.
Don't come here.
Right? It's like the biggest fear, I'm telling you. It's having like if something falls off the shelf and you're just like, Jesus, I didn't need to like, I don't know, throw sage around or whatever the heck people say, but
Right, right.
I'm out.
Funny. How funny. Oh man.
Do either of you write from watching strangers?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yes. Stranger, you guys make my stories. No.
Right.
Yeah.
The airports are the best.
Yes, airport watching is the best. I wish I could go to LAX or
Best
well,
place.
John Wayne.
Yeah. It's absolutely the best place to watch people, I think.
I totally agree, Maury. I pull so much out of people, and there's times where I'll just like watch people and they'll be talking to me and they'll stop talking and they'll look at me and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm completely collecting
I'm
data.
listening. But yeah.
I
Oh,
profile all the time. I secretly wonder if I may have been like an FBI agent or a profile in my last life because I do
right.
really study people's movements and then bring them into
There's
my
something
story.
about people in the airport. It's like a vulnerability or something because you're completely out of control of everything. You don't, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a pretty raw version of people
It is for
because
me when I'm there. I'm not thinking
yeah,
about people.
it is. You're at everyone else's mercy with the weather, the airplane people,
Yeah.
whatever. It's everyone else around you. So it's interesting to watch people the way they react and interact. I
Very
don't know.
true. Mhm.
That's that.
Okay, we're gonna do one more question and then it's time for giveaways. If you can believe the hour has already
So
passed.
crazy. It always goes so
Christina wants
fast.
to know, with both of you being so busy, what do you do for self-care or to help yourself relax?
Uh, I get a massage every once in a while. That kind of I wish it would say stops work, but it stops me from being in front of my computer. It
Right.
doesn't stop the
Right.
spin. Um, just setting hours, I guess for me is hard to do, but it works. And then that kind of works for self-care for me because I get out and I close my world and then I go and I be with my family and they're, my therapy and
Right.
um yeah, just I guess that's my self-care, which is really not a whole lot, but it is insane same time.
Yeah, and it's something, and
Yeah.
I am a napper. I love taking naps. I ensure that I get a nap every day, even if I'm at work. I have a beautiful sofa there that I lay on. Everyone knows don't come in at certain time because that's when I nap. And that's just how it is. And it wasn't always like that, but I don't sleep well at night, although it's getting better. And so I need in the middle of the day to just recharge. And so there's that. And I made peace with that because at first it was like, it looks like you're lazy if you're sleeping, or taking that mid-afternoon nap or what. And I was like, I know I'm not lazy. I'm working my ass off all the time. So this is literally something I physically need, you know.
Yeah.
And my other one, I love skincare. I love it. It's my favorite part of the day, washing my face and doing all the things and putting all this stuff on. And
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
so those are my two things that I do for myself.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right, Megan, what are we doing for giveaway, Jody? What do you have that you're giving away today?
I have paperback I figured we'll kind of bring you in midway. So I've got Quiet Wealth. This is the book one of book four. And this is a mafia story, and yeah, I don't know. It's a really interesting story, but I'm not going to get into it too much. I'll let you guys see. But that is the paperback, and I will sign it if the winner would like me to them or
Nice.
just a sign. It doesn't matter.
It's a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, it's I'm so bad at covers. I love it's my
Dude,
nemesis.
I
I
hate
can't
it.
do covers.
I hate it.
I hate it. And I have to do so many. And I'm like, why can't someone just crawl into my brain, figure it out? Why is that so hard?
It's hard
Those are
to,
things
you
in
know,
life.
put the whole book into one image, or I don't know,
Yeah.
you know, you have to kind of still be appealing on the shelves, and there's so much that goes into it. So it's very stressful for me. Probably least favorite part of writing is doing the covers or
Oh, I don't know.
deciding
I
on.
cannot agree with you more on that. I would rather write the blurb than have to do the cover. And that is saying
Exactly. And I've got the blurb thing figured out now. So like I don't
oh
even
God,
worry
tell
about
me,
it anymore.
please. Please share your ways with me at some
I
point.
will. I
I will
will.
pay good
I'll
money.
tell you about it offline. It's actually once you kind of get it, and then it's like, and Helen Hart is the one that taught me, and I was like, I'm forever grateful because it's changed like I used to dread doing those, you know, and stress over it, and now like, oh, okay, I'll do it.
See, what? Wait, no, yeah, no, I'm getting better, but I can definitely say it's definitely something that stresses me out beyond words. But the cover takes the cake.
Yeah, the
Wish
cover,
I could slap a flower on it and call it a day, but I can't because
or
I
just
use
the words, like
just the
book
words.
by me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the title. Think of it yourself. You're welcome. You know what I actually thought of doing one time was
Use your
have a
imagination.
blank. I want to do a blank slate and I want to put a plastic sleeve, and you can insert your own cover. That's what I want.
Nice. It's a good
That's my dream.
idea because
Yeah.
people say that's not how I pictured him. If you do a person, then you get that feedback. That's not what I saw in my head. Okay, I'm sorry. I am not in your head, but maybe that's what I saw, or maybe that is the image that my publisher picked. I don't, maybe, you know, you just,
Yeah.
there's a lot of going on behind the scenes with
There
that.
is a
So,
lot. So
yeah.
then insert plastic sleeve. That's what's gonna happen next.
I like that idea. You might have something there.
Right? That's my
Megan,
toy.
I think we'll do Agatha when I get them. If the person wants to wait, I have the gal from last month is getting that when I get them, and I still don't have them, but I'm expecting them this week. So,
Okay, great. So for JL, it's Miranda, which I'm very excited about. Amy was like, even though she's your fiance, she always participates, so she deserves to win.
yes,
Aw.
And I'm excited because then I'll get to read it too. And
nice.
for Victoria, it's Carrie Ann. So
All
yay!
right. Good job. Awesome. Well, thank you. It's so good to see you, and I can't wait to see you in Denver.
I can't wait now. I'm even more excited.
Fun, so
Yeah.
fun. And thank you for coming tonight and starting our new year off beautifully.
Well, thank you for having me. It really means a lot.
My pleasure.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.